Welcome to Starladder America. I'm What Is Hip here on Beyond the Summit. We're going to be watching CNB, or formerly known as Swag and Tiger, going up against Team Dog. We've got Misery, MSS, Fogs, Smoggling, and Piecat. So, heading into the first round of bans, Invoker, as well as the Lycan and the Centaur, are all already banned out. Centaur has become extremely popular, extremely quickly. Popularized sort of in the Chinese scene. The Korean scene has been picking it up as well. And he's seen a lot of play. Sort of replaced Bristleback. A little bit more active since he's got that stun. He can take the place of the Initiator while still doing a lot of damage over the team fight. Except it's within return instead of the Quills. And the Lycan as well. Sort of a similar story, become very popular very quickly. On the other side, CNB banned out the Ember Spirit as well as the Invoker. Invoker has just been very popular. You know, all in the last patch we see this hero time and time again, and every time it's pretty effective, I have to be honest. Ember Spirit as well. A lot of teams don't really like dealing with him, don't really like dealing with how easily he is able to take the Ancients, among other things. He can sort of one-shot supports in the later part of the game. He's very elusive, good farmer, good fighter. All around, very good hero. Naga Siren, the first pickup here for Team Dog. And, you know, the new craze. Everyone loves watching the Naga Siren. And, you know, you build that fast Radiance. And then you just split push down the lanes, make it impossible to ever really deal with it. And you don't actually usually fight with the Naga until much later. But once you do, you've got the song to either set up or to escape. So nice little multifaceted first pick there for Team Dog. There is a small chance that, you know, they could still be playing this as a support, but as it stands, it's been very common for this Naga to be in that core role nowadays, and it seems to be working out pretty well for these teams, so not too surprised to see it picked up, sort of popularized by Miracle as well as Arteezy. On the other side of things, CNB going to go with some fairly aggressive picks, some fairly gank-oriented picks. We've got the Batrider as well as the Nyx Assassin. I'm curious to see how they actually lane this. It's possible that they just assume that this Naga is going to be middle, and they want to match the Batrider up against that. The big problem with Batrider recently in the laning phase is that his base damage got nerfed into the ground, but Naga Siren also does not have very high base damage after getting nerfed down as well, so it's possible they want to set up that matchup because they do have the Nyx Assassin, who's really been more of an offlaner lately. Occasionally we see teams picking him up for support, but normally he's just been in the offlane, and with his high HP regen, it's like one of the highest in the game. It's 3. He's been pretty comfortable down there. As long as there's not a lot of hard stuns, he can usually just use Spike Carapace, get away, and then heal back up, head back into the lane, get some more experience, and then start roaming around once you get level 6, once you've got that Vendetta online. Team Dog gonna follow that up with a Clockwork here to complement the Naga Siren. So it looks like they're gonna be probably playing pretty aggressively while protecting this Naga. I think I like this, although maybe this is a support Naga. We'll have to find out, I guess. Shadow Fiend, as well as Lifestealer, the next bans here. And, I mean, the Shadow Fiend ban, I think, is a lot of teams don't really like committing the early game to shutting down Shadow Fiend, because you really do, in the early parts of the game, have to deal with him. You have to gank him. If you don't, then you can run into a lot of problems. He just snowballs out of control, and he can farm fairly easily on the Radiant side, pretty much consistently get farmed by taking advantage of that small camp. So I think this is a valid ban. It might not be what you were really expecting, but I think it's okay either way. Fourth ban here for Team Dog. We'll have to see how they decide to send this. Well, the Visage ban. I think I like this a lot. I mean, you've got already a pretty aggressive ganker, damage dealer in the Nyx Assassin with the Batrider. Visage is a nice way to tie that all together. Help initiate with the slow. You can also just sort of follow them in, and it is a hero that has a high impact on the game pretty much no matter what. If you are able to farm a lot, then obviously you become the 6th hero on the map as well, with that wonderful extra little bird flying around with the Aghanim Scepter. Looking at some past games here of Dog, Fogged is the one who normally plays on the Naga Siren, so perhaps we are going to see a little bit of a switch up here. Hard to say for sure, but definitely an option. So we'll have to see how they decide to ban against it. And their last ban is the Shadow Shaman. And this is another sport that's been really popular lately. I mean, he's not quite as strong in the really early parts of the game because he relies on mobility pretty heavily. So once you get that Blink Dagger online, things seem to go a lot better. It's a lot harder for you to die. You can keep yourself a bit more careful in your positioning, and it seems to work out pretty well for most Shadow Shaman players. It's one way to get around BKB. It's also a really good counter initiator for the Batrider. Hex is one of the best ways to do it. So CNB don't really want to be facing up against that. And they grab a Gyrocopter. This is a hero we haven't seen nearly as much. I mean, it takes him a little bit longer to scale. Luna, I think her ultimate is a bit higher impact. She also has a bit better laning by herself with the beam. Gyrocopter does have the rocket and the rocket barrage, but those you really need some good setup for. You need a good stun. Maybe Nyx Assassin is going to be that stun for setup. It's still hard to say how they're going to play this. I don't think I've ever seen 40R, the mid player normally for CNB, playing the Batrider. I think he normally plays a bit more stable mids like Dragon Knight, and I think I've occasionally seen him play Storm Spirit. It's hard to remember exactly. Bane is the next pick up here for Team Dog. And one of the more versatile supports. I mean, you have great team fight. You have very good laning. Shadow Fiend, I mean, great team fight in the fact that you can just immediately shut down a hero. No matter what they get, you can shut them down. And I really like the Bane pickup in response to the Gyrocopter, because Gyrocopter is definitely one of the most natural BKB carries in the game. So, you know, this is one way to deal with that. You just pick up the Bane, Fiends Gripped him, and they actually, wow, CNB picks up a 4th pick IO here. So I wonder how they're going to tie this all together, because, I mean, I guess if you look at it now, it doesn't seem like a great IO lineup, so maybe they're going to pull this together with their last pick. I mean, Nyx doesn't really benefit too much. Batrider is pretty decent, but he has a pretty long initiation range anyway, so you usually want to figure out a way to use this more to your advantage than something like, you know, grabbing a Batrider or something like that.
Mirana.
And let's see, well, Mirana here for Team Dog. This is another hero that they pick up a lot. I think normally that this is their core. They put MSS on this, he farms up, but maybe it won't be, but I think probably will be, and it's just really nice with the Bane. If this is indeed a Bane Naga Mirana tri-lane, I like this a lot. I mean, you've got a lot of kill potential against a hero like a Nyx, who his regen doesn't really help him that much against this lineup. There's just a lot of hard stuns. You've got the net as well. Just hold him in place, and you know, regen doesn't help if you're just getting bursted down. There's a Luna ban here last for CNB. I guess that's I don't particularly like that ban, to be honest. I mean, at least the way I'm interpreting Dog's lineup, I don't think they really need a carry. I imagine that Mirana is going to be the carry. But you know, this lineup, one of the beauties of this Team Dog lineup is it is extremely versatile. So, you know, if they do decide to change it up and to not do what I've been saying, it wouldn't really surprise me, because these are all pretty versatile heroes. Mostly, I mean, you can swap around the Mirana and the Naga Siren, and that gives you a lot of room to expand. You know, you can move the Naga towards the mid lane, you can carry the Naga, you can support Naga. And same with Mirana, basically. I mean, you don't really want Mirana in the mid lane usually. The base damage isn't great, and she benefits from the levels, but usually there are other heroes that can benefit a bit better. And Ancient Apparition, the next ban here. So I guess they think that, you know, I think this Batrider, at least it looks for now like this Batrider's going to be middle. I guess we'll really be able to tell after this last pick. I mean, I guess this could be a Gyro Nyx IO tri-lane, but that's it seems pretty sketchy. I'm not sure that they would really be able to gain that much from that. But Gyrocopter doesn't really benefit, like I was saying before, from the IO. I mean, you can TP in. I guess you can call down to slow them down, but if they have any kind of decent escape, like Song, like Leap, I guess maybe you could catch the Bane. Hook Shot is pretty good for an escape as well. You don't really have a great way to hold them down, like something like a Tiny. But They pick up a Death Prophet as their last
Radiant
pick.
team pick.
Really interesting draft here from CNB. I'll be interested to see how they actually decide to lane this. At the moment, it does kind of look like an off-lane bat, I guess, with this tri-lane in the middle and then the mid Death Prophet. I mean, I guess this could be an easy lane Death Prophet, but that doesn't really make any sense. So I have to imagine that this is going to be a mid Death Prophet.
10 seconds remaining.
Not what I expected, to say the least. I'm a little
5
interested to see what they'll do with this
remaining.
IO pick. I don't really see anything like, you know, you normally have like
Reserve
Chaos
time.
Knight or you know, something along those lines. But we'll see. I don't know. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they've got something up their sleeves. Last pick here for Team Dog. They've got 20 seconds left to round out their lineup. What's it gonna be? Looks like it will probably be their mid hero. Nope. All right. So this is gonna be a mid Naga with Fogged instead. Gonna be picking up that Chen. So this is what I was saying. I mean, even when you go back and look at their previous games, they've been using Naga as a sport, and now they switch it back up. So this is one of the powerful things about this. You want to make your draft as versatile as possible, and Naga is definitely one way to do that. I mean, you've got a lot of options with exactly what you want to do, and it looks like this is going to be a core Mirana, or a core Mirana as well as a core Naga. So Smuggling going to be picking up the Clockwork for presumably the off lane. I suppose they could go aggressive with this. Could work. Could work. Oh, that is not the right one. There we go. Misclick. Remake, please. But let's go over the teams. For CNB,
Prepare for battle.
it's going to be Ned on the IO, Baga on the Nyx Assassin. 40R is going to actually be picking up the carry. This person is untagged on the Batrider. And in the back, Klotz 22 on the Death Prophet. So who is this Batrider? Let's take a quick look. Could be Frozen or Tabo. Hard to say. I think they kind of have Frozen is normally just their manager. I don't think he normally plays, so I'm pretty sure this is Tabo. So let's go check out Team Dog. MSS Dota going to be playing the Mirana, Misery on the Bane, Pycat on the Naga Siren, Fogged going to be picking up the Chen, and all the way in the back, Smuggling on the Clockwork. He is lagging a bit behind. But, I mean, the level 1 fight here could be very, very bad for CNB. If they run in to Team Dog here, bad things could happen. We'll see. Are they going to get the initiation? I think they see them. They're choosing to back up now. Pings are coming out. No, they're continuing to move forward here. They drop down a ward. Barrelcopter a bit isolated. Another one goes down. Dog really
30
trying to
seconds
take
to
control of this enemy jungle, and I mean, to me this says maybe they're gonna offensive tri-lane because they're putting so much emphasis on the wards out here. They've got, wow, vision ward as well as another one to block. Some next level stuff. Looks like it is just gonna be Smuggling. Do they know that both these are here? They get one. I think they know that maybe there's another one hiding out. Let's see. Oh, he's gonna find that one easily as well. So they do
Battle
D-ward
begins.
successfully. This is a bit of a bummer for Team Dog. But now they're going to settle back into their lanes. Pycat going to be taking this Naga Siren to the mid lane. And, I mean, this is the normal build, which sounds ridiculous. But branch, 2 share tangos. You go for the bottle extremely quickly. And then you just bottle Crow. You can spam out Riptide, Illusions, stack camps, and he's going to be going up against the Death Prophet. I think this is a fairly okay matchup. You can abuse Riptide pretty easily to get some good last hits. There we go. Put some harass on as well. Up here, Baga looking like he wants to maybe assist with some kind of First Blood, but Pycat's going to have to get pretty low from the Crypt Swarm spam to be able to make that happen. And we'll see if it does. But uh-oh, the offlaner here, Tabo, he is a bit stuck. Now there's going to be an arrow coming in. Here it comes. That's going to nail him. And do they have enough damage to actually bring him down? It looks like it's going to be close. Stun now just coming off. He's trying to make a run for it, but no, MSS securing the First Blood without a problem. The bottle is here for Pycat, so this lane is pretty under control as well. Nice little First Blood there. And, man, this is just a brutal combo, and it's a known combo, and they knew this was coming. But unfortunately, they lose vision of the Bane, and he dies for it. They did put a sentry down over here, but I don't believe there was an observer ward. It's possible that he popped one down and I missed it. Nope, there's the other one. And he's still just sitting here. Baga, he needs to make something happen. I mean, he's just wasting a lot of efficiency. And Dota is a game where all the small little advantages you get add up a lot. So, I mean, being level 1 for this long is not great. Fog level 1 as well. But, you know, he's got some nice, easy ways to get back into it. And now Nyx is just stacking. This is not great. And smartly, the Batrider has returned to the jungle. He's decided that he's had enough of that offlane, and to be honest, I don't really blame him. I mean, that went really poorly for him, and he knows that it's just going to continue being bad. But unfortunately now this means that Mirana has free roam over the lane. Misery going to pull through, get a little bit of experience, but now he's going to be able to rotate out of the lane extremely easily. And the other thing is that CNB is just not going to know what happens because they don't really have any vision in the area, so they're going to have to constantly be on their toes. I mean, Baga still is just sitting here, level 1. Wow, that's a cool core. I've never seen that before. I really think that Baga needs to make something else happen here. I mean, he's just doing nothing. Like, try to help go get a kill top with Rocket Barrage and Spirits. Do something. I don't know. Pycat's bottle crowing. He's got a salve coming out as well. And I think this is the time when maybe Baga tries to get the first blood, but I guess he's just going to help out stacked with the Batrider. And at that point, he'll just stick around and get the experience. So I guess that's a pretty good way for him to come back into this one, get some experience. Wow, Pycat is so low. Unfortunately, Baga left, but now the bottle and the salve's here. He's going to be just fine. And now Baga comes back over. A little bit late, unfortunately. He still has one ward sitting as well. And Fogg has managed to grab a Wild Wing Creep, so he just stacks up some camps. Looks like he already used that Tornado once. There's another stack over here. I think there might be one. Nope, not one down there. So he's just continuing to get some levels up. He hasn't really found a ganking creep of choice yet. I guess the lanes are all going okay, so there's not really a need to do anything crazy. Quelling Blade here for Pycat. This is pretty normal. I mean, the base damage is just really, really crappy for Naga, so the Quelling Blade does help you a bit, and in combination with the armor reduction from the Riptide, it's pretty easy to secure some last hits. Taking a look at the charts here, everything should be pretty normal. Wow, actually a pretty hefty advantage for Dog, considering that literally nothing has happened. I guess part of this is just Baga hasn't done anything yet. He's still level 1. They have to be looking at this on the scoreboard and just wondering where he is. There, finally, he puts on a ward that's going to spot out Smuggling. Smuggling in a bit of trouble now. He is level 4, so he's gotten good things out of this lane. But, oh, Misery is coming over. He's got a haste rune. This could completely mess up this entire initiation, but he does get out. The Impale Mill. Smuggling maybe going to go down. Nightmare. Nope. Brain Sap is what's used, and Io is the one that falls. This backfired really, really badly. And now 4DR. Is he going to die as well? There's the Moonlight Shadow to keep him alive in case anything bad happens. Salve was attempting to go out there, but now they're going to find Baga, I think, without a problem. He's going to take a couple tower hits here, and then it should be easy for him to go down. Just, he's still level 1. And I mean, when this happens, you just took a just ridiculous amount of damage. I mean, you were banking on that working 100%. I mean, he's still going to be able to go get some experience from all of these camps, but Batrider really needs the experience, really needs the farm, needs to be able to get that Blink Dagger online, and now they've got a Nyx Assassin that's just not doing anything. Fogg, on the other hand, is level 5. Wow, look at this level chart. This is really scary. This is like, and now he comes down to the bottom lane. I don't love this. I mean, he's probably just going to die here. It's pretty easy for Fogg to dive the tower with all these creeps. If MSS hits an arrow, this is definitely over. He is maxing Starstorm for maximum damage. I like this build. It's a bit more reliable damage. And is Fogg going to move on this here? Oh, Baga's going to run into him. Fogg needs to do something there. He notices him. Oh, Stomp goes off, and the Carapace is there. Hits off on Fogg. You do now. The unit who controls the units is the one that gets stunned now with Carapace. I'm pretty sure that's a change. Now, Death Prophet deciding she wants to take the tier 1 tower. And maybe this is the way that CNB can get back into this game on the back of the Death Prophet. But the levels look very ugly. The net worth is okay. I mean, Naga is not farming quite as well as the Death Prophet. But I mean, that's to be expected. Crypt Swarm is a very reliable way to get last hits, and Pycat has been taking a lot of damage from the Crypt Swarms, not really able to avoid them. I would like to see Fog, yeah, he's rotating back through here. I was just going to say I'd like to see him aggressively try to make these lanes a bit easier for his teammates, and throwing down a gank, definitely one way to do that, but I think he's worried about vision. There is no vision over here. Also, the Death Prophet is way far in the back. Oh, I like how he's parked these illusions up here. He's going to try to keep track of exactly what's going on.
Dire's middle tower is under
Misery
attack.
has taken up camp in this lane. But now, oh, they're moving in. They have the song. Holy crap, there's a bottle on the ground. Oh, the courier gets it, and they're not going to be able to kill that, but that would have been huge. Now we'll see, can they get Clots anyway? The net comes out here. There's the Shockwave, and now Smuggling's here as well, so that is a very dead Clots. 4-0 in favor of Team Dog. Down goes the Cogs, pushes back Tavo. And he's just forced to retreat. He's going to come through with a bit of Firefly here. Maybe try to take down Pycat, but that is not going to happen. In the meantime, CNB is going to move in on top lane. Wow, call down used. This might open a window of opportunity here for Misery and someone else to maybe defend this. Call down does have a short cooldown, but you might want to save it for when you're actually hitting heroes when you're trying to take down the tower. But they choose not to. Exorcism not up for another 17 seconds. He might be able to take down the tier 1 with this, depending if Pycat leaves or not, but generally as the Naga, you don't really have an interest in leaving your lane. I mean, you just want to sit there, get last hits, go through the jungle camps. Unfortunately, Fog has been going through all the jungle camps, so he hasn't really been able to get those, but you just want to sit there and get farm. He's sitting at 38 last hits at 8 minutes, so he's doing fairly well. Death Prophet, 54, hasn't missed too many creeps. Things are going well, and now, wow, MSS moving very aggressively, but does not have enough mana here for anything, so that was a very aggressive move and doesn't really get anything out of it. Might be able to get the tower kill here. Misery comes over as well. Is going to get it, so it just uses that as zoning. But now, Baga, is there enough mana for arrow? Yes, there is, but it nails a creep. Is it going to matter? Oh, Hand of God comes through as Colossus rotated down to this bottom lane. The ultimate goes up. Baga is one right click away. We see MSS TPing out. Misery going to go down, not able to get the kill off on Baga. Oh, Smuggling! He grabs it with the rocket flare. I saw it flying over on the map. And, wow, that's a nice little pick-off. That was a level 1 rocket, so just barely, I'm sure, is able to secure that one for Team Dog. Now it's 5-1 at 9 minutes.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Again, you guys are watching the Starladder America. I'm Whatisip here on Beyond the Summit. They are doing in the studio currently, so I'm here. Hope you guys are enjoying. Fog has picked up the Buckler. He's going to be going for the mechanism. No surprises there. He is farming very well. Has found himself that kill as well. So things are going very well for Fog and Team Dog in general. All their lanes seem to be working out. Baga has sort of been a lost puppy. He has regained some ground though. Now level 5. Still not level 6, which is really when that next assassin starts coming live with the Vendetta. When you start to see things start coming together. Checking in on Tabo here. Only 1,300 gold, so he is still fairly far away from that Blink Dagger. This has not been the most efficient jungle for him. Sometimes, even after dying once, we see these Bat Riders have a fairly early Blink Dagger, you know, somewhere around 8:30 or 8:45 is a really nice timing, but he's still fairly far away, so that's not going to work out. Smuggling level 7 has not used Hookshot yet. Almost has a 4-staff. He's going for that full 4-staff over the treads. This is an interesting move. I mean, it still does deal with Clockwork's mana problems. It doesn't seem like Clockwork would have mana problems, but to actually use this whole combo takes a fairly good amount of mana, and you often are using these in lane to try to make something happen. And now there's a disconnect, but they're going on Clots here, and he's all the way in the top lane, so it shouldn't matter too much. Also does not have a TP, so isn't going to impact this kill, but we are going to wait for him to reconnect as Clots looks fairly dead. Not sure he's going to be making it out of this one, which is a shame because he's actually very, very close to actually finishing this mechanism, which will definitely give him a lot of pushing power. So I guess CNB are going to be relying pretty heavily on this pick and push mentality that we've really seen a resurgence of recently. They're going to try to initiate with Tavo, who now took a big stack, so he is up to 1,800 gold. He should be having that Blink Dagger fairly shortly. He's rotating towards this mid lane. We'll see if he's actually able to do anything. He's got a fairly long way to go. I'm not sure he's actually going to be able to make an impact on this gank, especially since he doesn't have Firefly as well, so he might just be walking in here and not really able to do much, but Wisp does have relocate if they're able to grab someone. He's fairly far away, and I think he really wants to grab the gyro. So I think it's just going to be too late. I'm not really sure Klotz can make it out of this one. There's possible that they're able to get some reactions, but we'll see. Midas pick up on MSS. I really like this on the Mirana. It gives you some reliable farm, and it gives you more reliable farm, which is a huge thing. But, oh, they are going to relocate. He does grab someone, but no, it goes down. Call down comes through. It's 40R. That's rejoined now. Tavo is coming in, but they have the song to disengage. And it looks like they might even go back in here. Oh, Smuggling's come over. There's an arrow as well, and down. No, he gets brought back by the Wisp, but Tavo is going to fall. He comes back with no HP at all. Oh, man, he just barely made it out of that one. They would have loved to get that extra pick off. It would have given them 40R as well. That would have been fairly catastrophic for CNB, but they make it out of there with only 2 falling. It's possible that they maybe should have just let the Death Prophet die. I don't think they were counting on MSS coming all the way over there. But like I was saying, that Midas does give you a lot more reliable farm, and Mirana is a hero that needs a ton of it. Mirana needs a lot of farm, more items, and a lot of carries to really have a lot of damage. So I like the Midas pickup a lot. Also, when you Roman mix it so you can... Whoop, Bane just sniping off the IO. Oh, there's a Nightmare as well. MSS is the one that's rotated over with the maximum level Starstorm. No way 40R is making out of this one. They get the double proc. Down he goes. 1 falls for CNB. Now the score is 9-1 at 12 minutes. And now the mechanism purchased up for Klotz. Smuggling has hookshot again. I think he might be looking for something. And almost a relic done for Pycat, proving that he can still farm quite a bit. 12 minutes here with the relic. Good timing for him. And whoop, he goes in. There's the hook shot. Is he going to be able to get a kill here? The ultimate is popped, but I'm not sure that's actually going to matter. I mean, he's just taking a lot of damage. Oh, no. With the Wisp here, it might be enough. It is. Smuggling, getting a bit too aggressive, gets punished for it. Not able to bring down Klotz. Really just needed any sort of help there, and that would have been a fairly easy kill for them, but not able to get it, as now Team Dog converge on the top lane. Looks like the same thing is happening for CNB in the mid lane. They're using that DP ulti, which has already gone through. And there's a, wow, TP coming in very aggressively by Misery, but I guess he knows with that ultimate running out, there's not too much left in the tank. And they do get the top tower. Batrider purchases up the Blink Dagger, and now there's level 6 on Baga. This is go time for CNB. They need to get a couple picks, and now the level 11 ulti for Klotz as well. This is really when CNB is going to hit their stride, and if they don't make something happen now, they are going to be in a load of trouble. What are the things that can stop them? The Chen is going to be fairly good. He's working towards that mech. He's going to have the Hand of God as well to break up those picks. Here's an arrow. Doesn't look like it's going to land. And they've also got Fiend's Grip, which is pretty decent. And most importantly, I think, they have Smuggling here, as well as Pycat. Song of the Siren, very good at breaking up initiations. So it's possible that CNB tries to dive in there, gets caught, and it doesn't work out. Fogged is going to go down here. Well, maybe not. MLS is going to come out, call down. He's trying to get out of the way. And they have no detection. He's going to be just fine. MLS saves him. Wow. They should have detection by this point. I mean, they've already used Moonlight Shadow a couple times. They obviously know there's a Mirana on the other side. And Fogg maybe gets away with one that he normally shouldn't. And wow, now they're going to go in on Klotz again. There's ultimate coming up again, but now he's got the mech this time. Silence comes out. That's a pretty nice silence. Mech as well. He pops the ulti. Riptide falls out. And no, there is not enough for Song, but are they going to be able to get him? It looks like they might. Hand of God comes through. Is going to keep him alive. Oh my God, Smuggling, no, the Prophet goes. Bring him down. Pycat had to back up there. The Hand of God just brought him above a sliver of HP that he was at. And that's twice that Smuggling has died solo, trying to take down the Death Prophet. So maybe they need to revisit that plan. I mean, an arrow from MSS or something like that would make that a fairly easy pickoff. They've got the cogs to lock him in there, so they need to be careful. No lasso here for Tavo. They're just going to count on the stun from Baga being enough to take down someone. Misery has a Blink Dagger. Wow, he is quite farmed for a support. 3-1. Has Arcanes as well as the Blink, and now he might be in a bit of trouble. Tavo and Baga looking like they want to get the kill off. And now there's a Radiance finish for Pycat. And we hear Blinks. Oh, Blinks abound. And the Impale going to keep him safe. Oh, that's a nightmare on a creep. Oh, well. There's some pings on that one. He probably just apologized to his team after that. But now the mech is finished up for Fog. This is going to help. And are they going to group up? Are they going to try to get pickoffs? We'll see how they want to play this for Team Dog. Maelstrom is up for MSS. Going to help him farm. Gives him a bit more damage in team fights. Really, the only natural BKB carrier is Gyro, so I think this is okay. This is really one of the only heroes that I don't hate this item on. Normally not a fan, but now it looks like they want to make a move on 40R. Are they going to be able to get him? They run into the one. There's the Nightmare on one. He wants to probably kill the Io here to make sure he can't make it out. And going for the nope. He's out. Well, they're going to wait for him to come back, but he's probably going to leave the Gyro. Yep. Well, sacrificial lamb here as he's just going to get absolutely blown up when he comes back. Oh, makes it away actually a bit. If he makes it out of this, it looks like he might. In the bottom lane, though, they've gone on Clots. We'll bring our attention down there. The arrow misses. Dog just throwing their initiation. Completely impale sails out. The Radiance Burn triggering the Carapace, and now he gets called down. He's going to try to do something, but he falls, and Wisp has made it out. Dog is just crumbling here. Hook shot off, Smuggling trying to get something, make something happen here, but it looks like CNB have hit their stride. An arrow's going to sail through it, nails Ned. Now there's the mechanism. No Hand of God available. Crypt Swarm flying out here for Clots. He wants to try to make something happen. Now Smuggling living, but just barely. No, he goes down. Fog looking like he's going to die as well. What a horrible initiation from Team Dog. Not able to string together their combo. I mean, you had so many options there. They have Net into Arrow, they have Nightmare into Arrow, they have Song into Arrow. They use Song into Arrow, which is probably one of the less reliable ones. Get punished for it heavily. And, man, that was not good at all. I mean, things are starting to equalize out now. Still a very heavy gold lead for Team Dog, but XP starting to level out as CNB are just getting some easy kills here that, I mean, honestly, that fight just went horribly for them. If they had landed the arrow, burst down a hero, it would have been much easier. Everything just went wrong in that fight. Maybe we'll see Team Dog try to just recollect themselves here, connect with a couple Clockwork Mirana initiations, but this Wisp has worked pretty well just as like a mobility hero, honestly. Like, they haven't really done anything fancy with it, they've just used it to use the relocate to try to save people, bring people out of fights, bring people into fights during ganks. Yeah, I mean, it's worked well. They don't really have a gimmicky sort of lineup with like a Tiny or a CK or something, but they are just utilizing the hero fairly well, I have to say. Team Dog are the heavy favorites coming in this match. I think it was somewhere around 87% to 13%, so
Dire's bottom tower
we'll see if they're
under
able to
attack.
actually pull this one out. As it looks like maybe they're stagnating a bit. MSS. Oh my god. Well, they missed that one. That ship has sailed. The good news is Podcat is farming up a storm on this Naga. He is 125 last hits. Does he top the net worth? No, actually. MSS also farming a ton here with this Midas, bringing him a bit ahead, and they are able to connect onto Clots. He goes down easily. That's the kind of pickoffs that Dog really needs to try to just bring this game back under control, figure everything out. And now I think they're just going to take the tier 2 tower. They do have to utilize this Chen. I mean, Chen is definitely a hero that falls off.
Dire's middle tower
Flame Break sailing through. Batrunner making his presence known. Does have Lasso and Blink available. And now it looks like Team Dog choosing to back off here. MSS going in the jungle to grab a creep, but very aggressively moving. There are some really aggressive wards here by Team Dog, giving them full vision of the jungle. And I like this with the kind of lineup they have. Arrow narrowly misses. Now the BKB is finished for the Gyrocopter. He does not really have any damage. They still have some okay physical damage to bring him down. I mean, just the right clicks from Mirana as well as the Naga is pretty decent. It's not amazing or anything, but Naga doesn't really want to be in the fight.
Bottom tower is under
We'll see what
attack.
kind of item progression Podcat decides to go for. Sometimes you see people buy like BOTs or something at this point. The other options are like Manta. You can go right for a heart, but that's not quite as usual. Manta I think is the normal choice, Yasha and Manta. But he does have a couple options here, and he is going to grab the BOTs. I think this is good. It makes it so you can come into these fights a little bit late, pop down the song, and then re-engage, disengage, whatever you need to do. You can also move in on Chen's creeps if they want to use it aggressively. And
Dire's top
still looks
tower
like Dog
is under
just
attack.
is farming better than CNB. I
Radiant's
mean,
middle tower
when
is
CNB
under
doesn't win
attack.
fights, this graph just continually moves up and up for Dog, so... Full Mjolnir finished up for MSS. Not my favorite item in the game.
Radiant's
Wow, that
middle
arrow
tower
just
has
misses,
been
but
denied.
it's okay in this lineup, I think. Like I said, there's only like one BKB carrier, so he's gonna get some good value damage out of that lightning. He's also gonna be able to put the static field on probably like the clockwork or something like that. So this is a fairly okay pickup. It also just lets him farm more, which, ooh, wow, that's an arrow that gives a ton of vision. He leaps out of there, sniffs something out. And now 40R is going to continue farming up. We'll see if he's able to actually get something going. I mean, honestly, hasn't had too much success. Well, I'm not sure what Misery just did. He appears to have nightmared himself for no reason, but can't confirm or deny that. It's possible something was coming his way, or he thought something was coming his way. But now Pycat is continuing to split
Radiant's
push here.
middle tower
I'm a
is
little
under
worried
attack.
that they aren't utilizing this Chen quite as effectively as you would hope. The good news is he does have pretty decent farm, so maybe he wants to transition to an Ags or something to be able to use the ultimate during a team fight twice. Ned, what? They probably don't think this is real. What is happening right now? Oh, he has an invis rune and you just can't see it. Okay, there we go. That explains it. Now they grab MSS. And we'll see. It looks like he might go down. They've got the dust this time. Flame Break goes out. Sorry, Io's character looks exactly the same when he's invisible. Was not counting on that.
Dire's top tower
And
is
now
under
they're continuing
attack.
to push down this bottom lane. I mean, they just have to split push against Pycat, which is... Split pushing against a Naga never really goes well. They're going to have to
Radiant's
group
bottom
up and
tower
push to
is
make
under
this happen,
attack.
and meanwhile Pycat is just going to be like pushing down towers, pushing in all the waves at once, and it seems to be working out very well for him. He's already got another 2,000 gold in the bank after just buying
Radiant's
out those
bottom tower is
BOTs.
under attack.
And now Dog is smoked up through the jungle. They want to try to get a kill here. Fog spots that one, pops off a bit of damage. I don't think it's going to be enough. Wow, it's smuggling has found one. Is there a relocate to try to save Tavo? And ooh, Flame Break pushes him out, but no, Fog going to be able to get enough right clicks to get him out of there. Now Pycat just right clicking down 40R. Drum going to keep him far enough away that it's not an issue though. And now not enough mana. Oh, he doesn't have mana for Song. He might go down here a bit aggressive. Dove does have a TP. Now just enough mana. There it is. He's used the stick, but well, that's not great. Is he actually gonna live? Oh my god. Well, he might go down there, but in the mid lane, let's bring our attention to Smuggling, who has looked like they've been a bit of an initiation here on Klotz, and I think they're going to be able to grab him without a problem. Down he goes, and Gyrocopter has assisted, taken down Pycat top lane. He turned off his Radiance to try to make him think that he wasn't there anymore, I think, but yeah, that didn't work. Smuggling getting sent home by Fog, and now they're just continuing to push in here. They need to keep knocking down towers. They need to manufacture a gold lead here. Otherwise, they're going to be in a bit of trouble just because of Fog falling off a little bit. I mean, the supports, I think, scale a bit better. Io doesn't really do much in the team fights, but Relocate is just such a powerful ability that it usually makes up for it. So, continuing onwards here, what are CNB's best routes back into this? They just need to get some very aggressive pickoffs. I think they need to regain map vision, which is just not going to happen with Fog carrying around this gem. I mean, look at this. They have no vision. They have, like, nothing. They can't see anything. Look at that. The map is dark. So, I'm not sure that they're going to be able to get those pickoffs. They don't have something like Rocket to give them vision. But that's really what they need. And then, you know, get a couple pickoffs and head down into those towers using the DP ulti, using the Gyro ulti to try to take the team fights once Dog is a man down. Because I'm not sure they can fight straight up right now. MSS in a bit of a pickle, is going to leap away. 4 heroes from CNB are going to converge in the mid lane. Arrow going to fly through. Nails 40R, but there are way too many heroes around here for any sort of follow-up. Rocket is going to come through and do a bit of damage. Smuggling's actually done a nice job with these. He's checked Roche. He's checked the Ancient Camp. He's done a decent job of just keeping vision everywhere. Obviously, you got that that little pick-off as well over here in the Secret Shop with the Rocket. And now he's using it again on the Ancients. Just nice usage, really making sure that all the time Team Dog knows what's going on the map. Because if they do, I think they'll be in an okay position, because CNB are really relying on pickoffs, relying on ganks, and if Smuggling can just help them figure out exactly what's going on, then they shouldn't really be a victim of these. 4 staff now picked up as well for the Bat Redder, so he's got his tools that he really needs, and they pick up a smoke. They're going to try to use the smoke to navigate around all this vision that they do have.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
What's Jara's next time? He's picked up drums and some lifesteal. I like this. Just being able to easily grab big ancient stacks, which Smuggling has been checking, so it might not be so easy for them to take that. And Heart for Clots, and uh-oh, Fogged, you are very dead. He gets caught down around the room. He's dragged up to the high ground, trying to mech, but oh my god, he neutraled. What a player. What a player. But now with 1 down, I think they're going to try to move into Roshan. But are they going to be able to do so? Tavo stuck. But Smuggling, he goes in. The arrow connects as well from MSS. But now the ultimate is popped by Clots. They need to be careful. They don't really have the damage to bring him down, I don't think. But the IO is going to fall. Naga Siren, meanwhile, taking down towers. Pycat not involved in the fight yet. MSS doing a good job just trying to outrun here. Pops the MLS, does have leap available as well. Now he's invisible on the run. He is going to be alive for the moment. Misery has taken down the Nyx Assassin in the meantime, and now they're moving forward on 40R. Smuggling is here. An arrow flies through from MSS, and no 40R, you are not getting out of here. And honestly, Dog just playing that fight amazingly well. Somehow they don't lose MSS. He makes it out again. There's no detection from CNB. And now Pycat is just taking down their base. He just didn't even arrive at that fight, didn't even care. Trusting his teammates to be able to deal with that. Misery has picked up the dig, and I think that probably helped him bring down that Nyx. And man, CNB thought that fight was going to look good for them, but Dog honestly just playing it extremely well, and are able to pull that one out. Ghost Scepter for Fogged, I like this a lot. Help him against Gyrocopter. I'm not 100% sure how this actually works. I'm not 100% sure how this works with Ghost as far as if you still take damage. Ghost is physical, so I think you still take damage. Obviously, you don't take the added damage, but I'm not sure. Someone in chat will probably correct me. And the Dagon actually being leveled up here by Misery. I mean, I guess they're just going to try to use this to just nuke down either the Nyx or the IO. So I don't actually hate this. Normally, you look at something like a Dagon and you're like, that is a trash can item. No one would ever want that. But I think it's actually okay in this circumstance. Definitely will have its uses. Smuggling going to be building towards the Aghanim Scepter just to help him get that initiation in the team fights. Make sure he can initiate whenever they need to. And wow, MSS is just continuing to get a really massive amount of farm here. Pycat as well. And CNB just not able to farm the map nearly as efficiently without this Naga. I mean, after losing that fight as well, the golden XP graph looks pretty sinister for them. Manta's up for Pycat. He's going to send the Illuminate, which they have to actually commit a lot to kill. And in the top lane, it looks like they might want to be using this MLS to initiate as well. I'm not sure they're going to be able to find anyone. But these supports are just so farmed by Dog. Like, look at the comparison here. Baga's got absolutely nothing when you compare them. And now MSS flies out the arrow, does hit Baga. He has been on par, moves toward the Starstorm. Misery going to assist in grabbing that one. And man, he has just been so on point with those. And whoop, Naga actually in the bottom lane with Fog able to take down one. And now 3 are down for CNB. Wow, he actually took down 2 in this bottom lane. The IO as well as 40R in combination with Fog. And now Misery is just moving forward, playing very aggressively. They want to try to take down Clots. Arrow sails through, not going to work. Now Smuggling darts forward as well. It's possible they both die here. It looks like they might. There goes the Dagon, but the heals from Fog keeps everyone alive, and now they're going to take down this tier 2 tower without a problem. Fortification goes up, but it is not enough to save this one. There are 3 heroes down. They might even just choose to continue here. And man, everything just not really coming together for CNB after falling behind in the early game. They can't really execute the ganks they wanted. The map control by Dog was fairly superb. I mean, Fog had been using that gem to just deward the map, and wow, these arrows from MSS have been unbelievably good. And now he's just going to send the illusions after him. They have to use the call down. Is he still going to die? They want to trend the illusions after him. He goes down to just the Radiance illusions. Oh no, these supports have to be so afraid now. My God. And now Podcat gets sent home. He's done his duty. He's taking down a support with just his illusions. The Aghatim's coming out as well for smuggling. And now the damage items have started for Podcat. He grabs the Diffusal Blade. This is the primary damage item on this build. You get a lot of illusions, obviously, so you can take down the heroes extremely easily with that Diffusal Blade. And in the mid lane, they're forming up to defend, but I'm not sure they can actually do anything. I mean, there's just such a huge farm advantage from Dog. I'm just not sure there's anything they can do. They do have cloths to try to hold the high ground, but they've just proven that it's not very hard for them to burst them down. I mean, they've got some great control they can use. Well, barely misses, but it doesn't matter. The Fiend's Grift is here. Wisp is going to come in. They know that if Klotz falls here, there's probably nothing they can do. The mech goes off. There's the call down as well. MSS trying to do something. Misery's godlike through all of this. Flame Break goes out. 40R with the BKB, wailing away, but only Misery has fallen so far, giving Gyrocopter a huge gold bounty. But now Pycat is running him down with the Diffusal, with the Radiance, able to do the damage. Smuggling on the run now as he is the damage, but no, they turn this one around, and now there's a song to finish it up. And down goes the Batrider. And now Pycat's on the hunt for the last one, making a full 5-man wipe in. CNB call GG at 31 minutes with Dog in their base, assaulting them all. And what a game from Team Dog. A great early advantage from them. Everything went exactly according to plan. They got some amazing kickoffs. And CNB, perhaps you could say they were a bit sloppy in their mid-game play and not able to really recover ever from that early game disadvantage. Not able to get the map control. Not able to get the kills, the pickoffs that they so desperately needed. I'm What Is Hip. You can follow me on Twitter at WhatIsHipTV. And if you guys are watching this, there was a second game scheduled, but it was Dignitas going up against somebody. But the game is canceled because they have disbanded and left the league. So there will not be another game until the, I believe, Liquid EG game, which is 1 hour and 30 minutes. So you guys can check back into this channel for that. But in the meantime, go over to twitch.tv/BeyondTheSummit to check out In the Studio. But again, I'm What Is Hip. Thanks you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day.